The massive data breach at Equifax, compromising 143 million Americans' personal information, has a lot of people thinking, is there really such a thing as even keeping our information secure? Jeff Garbus is a cybersecurity expert with more than 3 decades of experience in IT, 20 books on data management, and you say it's really no longer a matter of if, but when a hack attack happens. There are more hackers than ever. Where are they getting trained?
Well, everybody who's taking a CISP or any kind of an information security class or get certification is taking ethical hacking as part of their curriculum. Then on top of that, you've got software as a service, now ransomware as a service, large companies or let's say large organizations being created for the purpose of performing these ransomware attacks.
So you have actual groups of people getting together and essentially going to school to become hackers?
Well, I don't, but yes, we do collectively.
You, the general.
Yes, we have it.
I would hope that you wouldn't.
No, not on my list.
Okay, so with that in mind, why are small businesses easy targets for these hackers?
Well, if you think about the enormous number of resources that an Equifax has in terms of hardware, software, people, IT staff, think about what a small business has in terms of defense. They really can't get there from here.
Comparatively, yeah. And look, I mean, Equifax, 143 million people, that's huge. And you would think that they would have had all of the defenses.
They probably did.
And it's still got in there. So you have a lot of great advice, and I broke down some of what you offered into some tips. Basically, you say update protection and set up firewalls, set up policies. You need to follow guidelines and back up your data. So let's dig into that a little bit more, because you said that a small business doesn't have the resources. What's something that they could do? Can't have an IT expert, a security expert on hand all the time?
Well, the first thing they really need to do is make sure that everything is up to date, from their software to their operating systems to their firmware. New vulnerabilities are being detected on almost a daily basis. So we need to make sure that the companies that are charged with making sure that those security holes are not breached, we take advantage of the work that they're doing. But if they have an IT staff, and maybe the IT staff has not the depth of experience that they're able to afford or hire or want, they can hire it, bring in experts.
Almost like a boot camp for your company.
That's
just 1
it.
week of just learning everything that you need to do. And you say it's really important, finally, to test the plan.
You need to build a plan. What happens if the ransomware hits? Well, if you are a CIO and you're about to address your board and you say, well, the ransomware hit, they said, well, what are you going to do about it? You don't want to say, I don't know, I just got here. What you want to say is, this is the plan we had, this is the plan you had approved, and this is the plan we tested, and this is what we're actually going to do.
So a takeaway for somebody who's sitting there saying, how in the world did my information at a company as big as a credit bureau get compromised? What can I do with my small business? I mean, is the takeaway grim, where we don't have safe information, or we can at least beef up and prepare?
Well, when they have they have contests to test ethical hacking, the white team versus the red team. And honestly, the people who are doing the hacking are generally more successful than the people who are defending. But if you think about the corporate world and corporate espionage and what's happening out there, a lot of the breaches are internal. People from the inside letting the data out, either intentionally or unintentionally, by downloading the software to their laptops and bringing it home to work, by
being
disgruntled and
right. You get that.
I didn't get my raise, and I'm going to get even.
Right. So all of those preventive measures come into play. Jeff Garbus, thank you so much for coming in and talking about this.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.